just haunt me. I'm locked inside, these feelings can't be free. We were happy, maybe that was just me. All I can remember is how you promised me. You said that you'd be here, but why I'm here alone? I wasted everything, now I got nothing. Oh, time is all I have, but you took it again. Now I'm here wishing for a time machine, time machine. Take me back. Take me back. If we didn't meet on that rainy day, would we have fallen in love and ends up this way? Don't apologize, just tell me why. Just tell me why. Broken promise. You said that you'd be here, but why I'm here alone? I wasted everything, now I got nothing. Oh, time is all I have, but you took it again. Now I'm here wishing for a time machine, time machine. Ooh, I need a time machine, something I can rewind all these scenes, take them out from my memory. Yeah, I need a time machine, yeah, yeah. Play, rewind, delete, restart, yeah, yeah. Play, rewind, delete, restart.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you good? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, rest up. How'd it happen? Oh,
Oh wow. Jeez.
glad it's a little better now. Hope it in a couple days it all goes away. Fog clears.
so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah, yeah. I never thought that I would get this far. I wanna drive around in the nice cars, I wanna forget about my scars and just have a good night. I smoke something down, I drink something down, I'm feeling it now, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, he's going.
Yep. Hello and welcome to the Gymnastics Network. I am your host, Isaac Hammett. I'm not going to be here for the whole stream, but Cannon will be here. This is our first routine up for William and Mary, and you're not going to hear a ton from me today, but we are joined with our two guests, Jacopo and Capri, both alumni of their respective schools. They'll get chances to introduce themselves as the day goes on. But I'm going to basically hand it over to Cannon today, and Cannon's going to be in charge here. I'm just going to be running the stream. So I will be here if there's any questions that you guys need, but for the most part, I am not going to be commentating. Cannon, why don't you just take the floor here, bud?
Yeah, so Jacopo, would you like to introduce yourself as we're starting with William and Mary? All right, good. So Jacopo, if you guys are recent or return viewers, Jacopo was on here a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week and a half. The last time that we were showing William and Mary, and he did a great job and decided he wanted to come back. So we're glad to have him. But Capri, would you like to introduce yourself?
Why is this so low?
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match. Definitely gonna be a nail-biting finish. But let's just take a look at some of the gymnastics right now. Right now, we are looking at Aiden Gusty on the floor for Cal. The first guy that we had watched was Ian Creelman from William and Mary, and this is now the first guy up for Cal. He's gonna be heading into this corner, back double full, very standard side pass. Every gymnast does a back double full at some point. Here you go, and back 2.5 dismount. So you're gonna see a lot of those dismounts from Cal. Here we're gonna be looking at Aiden Coy. So Jacopo, do you know anything about Aiden Coy and his floor routine?
Coming into his own this year.
All right. Yeah. So Aiden is it's been really good for them. I remember last year he stepped up in a lot of places in lineups for the tribe, and he's continuing that success. Yeah, we do notice that the audio is not working for the guest speakers, and we're working on getting that up. But Aiden's gonna start off with a really big round up back handspring double pike, and then running into his second pass. He's going to do a 2.5 punch half, a little bit low on that half. You want to continue that same level of amplitude for your connection passes. So he's going to get deduct on that. And that's a whip half, punch full with a small hop. Pretty good from him. Front 1.5 as a side pass. Very similar to seeing that, very common to see that. And also to see a double full. Very common side passes, both the C value skill. and very clean gymnastics. There goes a nice back layout with a stuck landing. You know, if you're gonna do those back layouts, you gotta stick them right, and then back double full as his dismount with a stick. So gonna get that stick bonus. Really, really, really nice set from Aiden. Just a little bit of some form on his connections and his landings, but overall really good routine for Aiden. So Capri, so what events did you do while during your time at Cal?
So I mainly specialized in the rings, P bars, and high bar. So I didn't do any of the leg events.
Yeah,
So I was just hanging all day.
yeah. Well,
Yep.
so what is something that you're noticing now that's like a little bit different about the floor lineup while you were on team?
Um, well, when I was on the team, floor was actually one of our best events. We had big floor routines. Everyone on the lineup pretty much when I was from a freshman to around my junior year was on the All-American team also. But they're still doing big sets. So I guess floor will always be one of Cal's good events.
Yeah. We're looking at David. He opened with a really big double Arabian. He's struggling a little bit with his landings. You know, he stepped out on his double Arabian and did a layout punch half, and it looked like he put his hands down. Uh, Nice double full. Probably going to be his second to last pass. He's going to be heading into his non-acro. Uh, David, I have not seen in Cal's floor lineup yet, so very interesting to see him here now. As this is someone that me or Isaac have not seen this season on the floor exercise, but he's gonna be swinging his arms going into his last pass, which is likely a 2.5. And
Oh,
yeah, just sadly sat it down. You know, 2.5. It's a blind landing, so you know. 2.5 is a blind landing, and he sadly sat it down. But we're going to be looking at Zane Petrus for William and Mary next. So Zane has been competing on a numerous number of events for William and Mary. Really been putting it down. He's third up in lineup. So what's Zane like as a person?
As a person, Zane is known for being really even keeled. He's grown up in a lot of places around the world. He's lived in Russia, Amsterdam, Seattle, London, and I think his well traveled childhood is given him a nice perspective on staying calm and collected throughout meets. He was a captain last year, and now he's coming back for a fifth year as a grad student.
All right, so here goes fifth year Zane, double front. Down the diagonal, really nice clean landing right there. Here goes 1.5 punch full to C connection. So 6/10 worth of a pass right there, and that's nice stuck landing. Layout punch 1.5 stick. So yeah, this is the best routine so far that we've seen from the tribe. So far, all stuck landings, an exception of the double front, which is his biggest pass. And it's been really, really clean so far. Not necessarily the hardest gymnastics, but extremely clean, and that's basically what gets you a good score on the floor, is staying clean and sticking those landings. So here he goes. Nice back layout. Like I said, if you're going to do them, you got to stick them. And even the gymnasts that don't do floor understand that. You got to stick your back layouts. As he's going to be heading into his dismount. Back 2.5 dismount. And that was a small one. That's a great set.
That was a great set from Zane. That's probably one of the best routines I've ever seen him do. That was so clean on those landings. And he's come a long way on the landings. I remember when he just started as a freshman, he used to take 2 big steps on every 2.5. And now that was basically stuck everything.
Oops, did I miss a routine? Yep, that's my bad.
Oh, whoa. Oh, nice. Thank you for the new follower over there. We're going to be looking at Kyle Abe now for Cal. So sorry about that with the little screen issue with Zane's routine. I will update you with the scores if you guys cannot see them below. But Kyle's a really, really, really powerful floor guy. You know, in JOs, he's famous for doing the triple back on the floor. He had like an insane routine. It was like all power tumbling, triple back, double layout, double Arabian. So he's a definitely fun to watch. Definitely one of my favorite routines of the day comes from him. Huge double pike with a big stick. Really cool. Nice. Double front, small hop. As he's chopping away at this routine. Pass after pass. There you go. 1.5 punch half into a nice stick. Always better to downgrade your passes and get a stick than it is to upgrade your passes and not stick. Front 1.5 as a side pass into his back pike. That is actually considered a non-acrobatic, and it is a B value skill. Thank you, Nick, for the follow on Twitch. We really appreciate it. Here he goes. Back double full down the side into another stuck landing. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if he's going to be able to beat out Zane's score. This is a really good routine. Back 2.5 with, multiple steps back. It's going to get close. That is going to be close. Capri, what do you think about that routine from Kyle?
I thought it was a very powerful routine. In general, Cal tends to not go for the hardest routines, but back from my day, we just keep working those dismounts. We go for clean hit routines, go for the stuck dismount, especially since in college gymnastics we get that extra bonus bounce. So I want to see more sticks from Cal, hopefully, going in the next routine.
All right. Yeah, thank you for that. Someone asked you when is Kyle going to be putting back in that triple?
That is a pretty high risk move, especially when gymnasts are competing so many times a year. It's definitely a hard one to do every single meet. Hopefully, if he makes NCAA finals, he could throw that in.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're going to be looking at Kevin Portefeuille. He just opened with a double front down the side, a really elegant side pass, if you ask me. Full punch layout half. Really clean. Kevin is a very clean and precise gymnast. Very heavy on the legs. And when I mean heavy on the legs, I mean he sticks essentially everything. Everything that he could put to his feet, he's going to stick. Very, very nice looking gymnast. And got some really good legs on him over there. Getting those sticks right there. So back layout into a really artistic transition into his split press.
Yeah, we love the flare.
It always makes it more fun when gymnastics is just a little bit more artistic.
He gets those oohs and ahs from the crowd when we got the crowd at meets from that little side pass transition there.
Yeah, I mean, they call it men's artistic gymnastics, not men's gymnastics.
That's true.
And
good stuck landing there.
Yeah, finishes up with a nice double full. That was a really good set for Kevin. Just a quick little score update as we're going to be heading over to our next routine from Cal, which is going to be Caleb Rickard. So Ian Creamon, for the William Mary guys, Ian Creelman scored a 12.95, Aiden Coy scored a 12.25, and Zane Petrus, that routine that we just saw, scored a 13.4. For the Cal guys, they've put up a 13.5 from Aiden Gusty, a 10.85 from David Rocher, so they're going to probably be looking to drop that score, and a 13.75 from Kyle Abe.
Yeah, I wanted to say sorry for missing Zane's routine. I was managing some other stuff at the time, and unfortunately didn't get to click on it. But this is, I believe this is Caleb Rickard, right? The team captain. Always awesome to watch him.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing him on vault, definitely, and on Pommel. But that was just crazy. Really big double front half there. Had a little bit of a chest down error on it, but really big. That was definitely an upgrade that we have not seen from Zane in the past. So, real nice. And there goes nice 1-2 right there. Back front 1.5 dismount into a nice back layout as his side passes. Really nice. And Kevin Portefeuille's score has just came up at a 12.75. Quick little update as Caleb is going to be doing his press.
Landing so far has been pretty good.
Yeah, landings have been good so far. Aside from the double front half, he's been keeping his landings to a 1/10 deduction. And yeah, Capri, you could talk about the importance of that. As I guess if you guys didn't know, Capri is actually a JO coach now. So I guess can you talk a little bit about the importance of minimizing your step deductions to at least a 1/10?
Yes, so steps could be ranging from 1 to 5 tenths. 1 tenth for small steps, 3 tenths for medium, and 5 tenths if it's bigger than your shoulder width. So there's also hops also, but hops I tend to push more towards for my kids because it's only ranges from 1 to 3 tenths. So you could save a lot of deductions there. But on floor especially or any other event, all the dismounts have to land with chest up. So that's what I stress a lot on our boys also. Even if they stick and if they have their chest completely down, it takes away the importance of the stick also.
Yeah, I definitely learned in JO that it's better to hop than it is to stick.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Andrew Lebowski. He just did a double front punch tuck and sadly sat it down. But gymnastics is about resilience and making sure that the routine that he does or plans to compete is the routine that he finishes. So definitely trying to stay clean. Nice double Arabian, small step back. Probably giving that only a 1/10 step back. It wasn't a large step. Nice double full, and he's going to be going into his non-acrobatic. So some individual event champions. So we can go through some individual event champions. I think Kyle Abe will probably take the floor title. Nice 2.5 punch half coming out the side pass for Andrew Lebowski. Very, very hard gymnastics, especially to do that as a side pass. And here we're going to be looking at a really big triple full dismount for Andrew.
Yeah, solid finish. Shame about the first pass landing a bit low and sitting down, but glad to see that he could pull the rest of the routine together and finish up.
Yeah, that happens. You know, the double full connections are a D value to start off, so kind of difficult. Yeah. And
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Luckily, Andrew was able to finish up the routine really clean. So, Psych, I actually think Noah Neufeld has an opportunity to also take the floor title with this routine. So, if you guys have not been put up on game, Noah Neufeld is a dog. Capri, you're going to be able to see some of the new freshman talent that Cal's been bringing in. And I
heard he was the rookie of the week last week.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Yu-Chan Lee for floor, 100%, no doubt in my mind.
We'll see. Noah to start off by sticking a really big double pike. Clean landing with that double tuck. And, you know, you're going to see why he was a rookie of the week. Layout punch front full, stuck landing, no deduction on any of that right there. Not that I could see. Front 1.5, stuck landing. Being a judge, I might be a little bit picky about his chest being down on that, but I'll give it to him right now. Nice back layout, stuck landing. So right now he's only taking 1/10 in landing deductions currently, and it's on that double front that he did. Yes. So really, really clean.
He definitely has the amplitude going into every single skill, so you could spot those landings. It's easy for him.
I think it's going to come down to this dismount if he's going to want to beat out Kyle. So he's going to really need a clean dismount and maybe even a stick. Back 2.5, you know, a little
under twisting, but it's okay. It goes a very strong side.
Yeah, it was slightly under twisted, but I think they're going to give it to him. They're definitely going to give him 2.5 credit, and I think they're only going to take 3/10. 3 or 4 tenths on that landing. So overall, really, really good routine.
And very clean in the air, too. That was very nice to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tied up after 14. So this is actually going to be a really close matchup. So if I'm not mistaken, Cal is the 10th ranked team and William and Mary is the 11th ranked team, and then both of them are going to be competing for a spot in NCAA's to compete against some of the schools in Big Tens.
Yeah, both of their last bouts, they both have been scoring in the mid 380 range. So today, it's really about what team is going to hit more routines. They're very similar start value, so if they just come out and do their jobs, and it's really going to come down to who has the highest hit percentage and the highest execution score here today. Same thing we saw with Springfield and Army, or Springfield and Navy, right?
Yeah, those are some of the best matchups to watch. We'll talk about that in a second. We're going to be looking at Cutter Fuggett, which is going to be the 6th guy up for William & Mary, so potentially the anchor or an all-around spot. It just depends as the meet goes on. You notice where everyone fits in. But
So he's going to be the floor anchor, actually. He's coming off of a shoulder injury, but he's known for very elegant floor, and he's also one of the best on the team at keeping his shoulders up on those landings. So hopefully can drive this home for William & Mary.
He's done an extremely good job at some of the look of his gymnastics. He has an extremely, really nice look of his gymnastics. The way that he twists, the way that he lands, his shoulders are always up, arms perfectly out. He's from 5280, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, yeah. Yule's teammate.
Yeah.
In JO.
They got a bunch of guys. Yule, Logan Myers, Taylor. A really, really good gym, and you could clearly see that, he's a good gymnast as well.
Yeah, that look really is brought out by all that training in JO as a kid, and so it's really important. The earlier you do this, the more your lines become set in,
Yeah. So here's going to be Isaac's pick at the floor title shot. Right now, Kyle Abbes, he still got it, but here's Isaac's pick at Yu Chen Lee, who's going to be anchoring floor for the Bears. Double twist punch half. Landed a little bit out of bounds, so going to need to pick it up if he wants to beat Kyle. And it's his teammate, so a little rivalry right there. A little event-to-event rivalry. That's always nice. We always talk about it. Iron sharpens iron. Nice 1.5 punch full, small hop right there. Here we go. Triple full and he's just gonna sit it down. So doesn't look like he'll be taking home the floor title today, but hopefully he could finish up and get a clean set for his team. And as long as he could beat out that 10-8-5 from David, replace the score for them. Nice double full, stuck landing, coming down the side. So, resilience once again, man. You gotta stay resilient, and it's important that you finish that routine no matter what happens. Back to
you have to forget about the fall.
Yeah. So, what do you say to your JO gymnasts when they fall? So
you just have to reset. I mean, gymnastics is 6. We have 6 whole events. No matter what happens in the beginning or the end, I just want them to finish up strong. I think the falls aren't the embarrassing part. It's more of how they finish it. If they could finish strong, no one's really gonna care about the fall as much.
Yeah, my JO coach used to always tell us that the dismount was the last thing that judge sees. So regardless of however the routine turned out, you fall 9 out of 10 skills, that dismount better be banging.
Yes.
He was always just like, make sure it looks good. But as we're transitioning into rotation 2, quick a little event overview. We have the scores coming up. William & Mary had put up a 64.5 on floor, and Cal put up a 64.75. So only a 2.5 difference going into rotation 2. So we're definitely going to need a little bit of hype on both teams, because it's going to be a close matchup both ways. We obviously know which way Capri and Jacopo are leaning towards.
But honestly, if both teams could go lights out, hit everything, that's what I want to see the most. And then we'll see who could win from there.
That just happened the other day with Springfield versus Army. Army had hit 35 out of 36 routines. They made it so that there was nothing that Springfield could do. The only thing that they could do was hit routines.
Mm-hmm.
When you're counting all hits, You know, it's very hard for you to lose to anybody. Anybody could go and
Yes,
take any team. So that's what I'm hoping, that everybody goes out there and they hit the routines, and then we can see an insane match, and
Mhm.
really see the best teams, because the best team deserves to be at NCAA, without a
Of
doubt. And I
course.
think both teams will agree that if someone falls to the other on their best day, the other team deserves to go.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So, while we're in this break, we do want to remind you that there is a donation link, and we have been hearing your concerns about the link, saying that it might be a little bit too hard to see. So we have added a QR code that is Venmo set up to the business, to the Gymnastics Network. So same way that you would donate through the link in the bio. We do have now a QR code that is easily scannable for you guys that are watching on your computers or on your TVs. So do not worry. So I don't know if any of Berkeley's in-house meets are going to be open to spectators. Capri, do you know anything about that?
I am currently not sure about that situation.
Yeah, so I recommend, if you want to figure out that information, DM some of the guys on the team. Caleb Rickard, very nice guy. I'm
Hmm.
sure he can get that information to you. Friend of the show. Kyle Abe, also friend of the show, and very nice guy. He could definitely get that information out to you.
Of
Uh,
course. I currently have a little brother on the team, so I could just ask him also. He's redshirting this year, but I'll definitely
okay.
ask him about that.
Yeah, so there's definitely a number of people that you can get that information from. So just don't be shy. DM some of these gymnasts, and let's get some good line of contact.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Jacopo, you winning Palm Horse today?
Oh man, I wish I was out there doing it, but it's nice to see other guys living the tradition on.
Yeah. We're going to be looking at Aiden Coy. So we saw him first up on floor. Now he's first up on Palm Horse. And he's rocking his set. Really nice body position, not splitting his legs at all. Easier routine right there. Gets it done quick.
Solid finish.
Very. But, with Palm Horse, we always talk about it. The best routine is always going to be the routine that stays on the horse. So,
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for their leadoff guy, especially with Aiden. Just a consistent start, swing it from start to finish, no breaks, and get the momentum going.
yeah, no major breaks is definitely going to be important for them. So now we're going to be looking at Colin Cunane of Cal. Uh, as soon as we can get this back in full screen. All right, got it. Nice. Colin Cunane, he's like a 6-foot gymnast, man. So he's built for this Palm Morris. He's starting off with some nice circles, nice travel down, tongue fei, the step over there, and he's gonna go into a handstand and get the D dismount. So really nice, clean set, very simple, straight to the point. 2 travels over the horse and a dismount. So definitely not going to be a high starting routine, and probably won't be a high scoring routine, but staying on the horse.
Yep, that's the game.
Yeah. So Aiden has come in at 11.3, his score, as we're waiting on Colin's score. But Capri, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Cal Pommel squad, because the Cal Pommel squad has gone out here and rocked it. A lot of teams in the NCAA have not been able to do that, but Cal has.
I think JT's been stepping up his game in the recruiting also, recruiting a bunch of Pommel guys. Pommel's was never Cal's strongest events. Back when I was there, our game was just to stay on. But I think now they have more difficulty to play with it, especially going into, I think their anchor, definitely one of the top Pommel guys that I've seen. So I'm very excited to see his routine.
Yeah, Will Levanko's a beast. We'll get to watch him later. But here's gonna be Malcolm Baytop. Malcolm Baytop is a sophomore, if I believe, and he's swinging real confident. It's always nice to see when a gymnast is swinging fast and aggressive, and that's what Malcolm's doing, keeping his legs together, swinging fast and aggressive as if he owns a pommel horse. A nice dismount. He's just gonna do a little press up and little bit bouncy on that dismount. Jacopo, you giving that a stick?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to see the figure eights, maybe.
I don't know. He gotta be training those figure eights. No reason to bounce on a dismount. Definitely don't leave it up to judges' discretion on a pommel dismount because they're gonna take off for it.
Oh, and I guess for those of you watching that haven't heard of the figure eight, it's kind of a tradition in the pommel horse culture to crawl in a figure eight shape underneath the pommel horse if you don't stick your dismount, um, as a punishment for not sticking the easiest of all dismounts.
It's quite embarrassing.
I've had to do a ton of figure eights. I've had Steven Edarasic tell me multiple times to do my figure eights. But here's Kyle Abe. And once again, he's going to start with a Makulak and a C-scissor to some nice leg cuts. There goes. That's a Moore. This basic one pommel work. Very quick. Very easy B skills. There goes. Nice little travel down into a Roth, I believe, into a nice press handstand dismount. And when you do the press handstand, you have to travel both lengths of the pommel, so you can't just go down the pommel. You have to come down and back to get that D dismount, which is what Kyle did. So, very, very nice from him.
Looks like he took out one of his harder skills. I think I've seen him do a sewn one arm here.
Yeah, he
Good
did
call to
fall.
stay on.
He did fall on the full care. I think his last meet. And I talked about. I think I chalked it up to his confidence actually. I think when he was swinging it, he has a full care pretty early in his routine, and a lot of times you see really good pommel horse gymnasts settle into the routine. They do some scissors. They might do a couple mores, some back mores, just kind of settle in. And he doesn't really have that. He just kind of went straight into the full care in a piked body position, and you know what happened
It's a very hard.
when you do that.
Yeah, it's a very hard skill to compete.
The margin of error is razor thin on a full care. You have to have your body position be absolutely perfect, and you have to be extremely confident. So, smart decisions by him, especially since he went out here and hit the routine this time. So
Yes.
But Jacopo, can you talk a little bit about how the margin of error is different on pommel horse than it is on other events?
Yeah, so I mean, the two events I did were rings and pommel horse, and both have their own unique challenges. But in terms of falling off, it's certainly much easier to fall off on pommel horse because there's a constant risk. Any circle, you can be misbalanced a little bit, and that error will propagate throughout your routine, and eventually turn up into a fall or just a big break. Whereas in other events, you can kind of get reset much more easily on the next skill. So it's just a razor thin margin of error, and pommel horse is as much mental as it is physical, just confidence and owning your set. And here it's nice to see Christian Gulata so far swinging confidently and putting his hands down hard on that horse.
Yeah, pommel horse is definitely big on the mental game. I'd probably argue that it's more mental, but he's going to finish with a nice triple Russian dismount, which is a D dismount. And for the viewers, I'm seeing you guys in the chat. If you do a dismount that does a one circle on the pommel horse, or on the pommel, and that swings into a handstand, and you travel down one time, that is considered a D dismount. But a press handstand dismount is where basically you have one hand on the leather and one hand on the pommel. That's automatically starts at a B dismount, so you have to go down and back to get the D. So that's a little bit about that. Here is going to be Caleb Rickard. So I know I said that we're going to see him on floor, vault, and P-bars, but here we're going to be seeing him on the pommel horse, and he's been really putting it down for Cal on pommel. So his senior season, he's been really doing what he needs to do to put the team on his back. Definitely one of the bigger contributors. So here goes C-scissored into some leg cuts. Nice more. You can see he's a little bit off balance already. But like I said, you get those B's and C's in to try to settle in, and you could see he's already starting to settle into his swing and to swing a little bit more confident. Nice tongue fei right there into a nice D dismount. So once again, keeping it clean, staying on the horse, and swinging confident. So for the viewers, you guys can clearly see when somebody starts feeling a little bit more confident on Pommel horse, as you can see them almost naturally look like that's the pace that they should be going at. That's the body position that they should be at. And when you can't see that, that's when you start seeing that they're a little bit unconfident to me, and maybe second guessing their circle. And you typically see that the first and second skills of routines. But someone like Jacopo, Pommel horse specialist, and especially such beast on the event, they don't have any wavering. Maybe half a skill.
On the good days, everybody gets some bad days.
Yeah, of course. So can you give us a little play-by-play right now on Colin's routine?
Yeah, here we got Colin doing a couple scissors to get into it. Now more, he's doing his pommel section, and there, a little bit of a break in the circles, kept it going nicely, but that's going to be at least a 5/10 stop, I think. Here you're going to go into the dismount, and Colin, good pirouetting on that dismount. Just a little bit of a break after his Stockley there.
Yeah, so that is that handstand dismount where I say you do one circle on the pommel, on one pommel, and then you go into the dismount. So that actually is considered a D dismount, even though he went down one. It just depends on the entry that you decide to go with. But here we're going to be looking at some of the bigger pommel horse swingers. Noah Neufeld has a pretty big routine. Same with the next two guys going up for Cal. And Capri, I wonder, can you give a breakdown of Noah's routine for pommel
Sure.
horse?
Of course.
Yeah, so like I said, freshman from California too, California native. Really been putting it down on all events. So big ups to Noah Neufeld.
Okay, he opens up with a C scissor, very nice swing, big amplitude. Amor definitely has pretty open circles, so it should be easy for him to swing pommel horse. As long as he stays open, a nice Magyar, Savato, it's pretty common to see those two in combo.
Yeah,
Nice Tong Fei.
really, really nice body position as he's swinging through this.
And that dismount, he just swung it up where you see other guys kind of stop. That's a deduction, but for Noah, he could just swing it up. And I'm pretty sure he's pretty strong. He's happy with that routine.
Yeah. So you do get a deduction on pommel horse for using strength on your dismount. So a lot of those B dismounts that we see where they just do a press handstand rather than almost the one pommel circle, that separate entry. They usually typically get deducted 3/10 for the strength because it's so hard to try to do a press handstand from a basic circle. It's almost a little bit easier to mitigate that deduction doing a Bailey dismount, which is that one pommel circle dismount. But here we're going to be looking at Cutter Fugit. So if any of his family's in the chat, I said his name right this time, so please. Or if I didn't, correct me. But he's gonna start with a nice C scissor, nice B scissor, or a double scissor as some people like to call it. Half Roth right there, really nice flowy, into some leg cuts to get back in. More, back more, and you can see this. The style of his gymnastics is just superior. In all honesty,
Nice dismount there. You were talking about swinging it up. Cutter's one of those guys who always swings it up, rarely presses, and it's nice to see such a flowing finish to the routine.
It's a style mixed with his technique. His style is just superior. He just has a really good, clean. That's the way that you want gymnastics to look style, and his technique. Pommel dismount is all technique, especially when it comes to swinging up onto the horse. So he definitely figured it out and figured it out for his own body type. Jacopo, you do triple Russian dismounts, right?
I did a bit of both, but I mostly did handstand dismounts. But sometimes end of the routine, I had a triple Russian at the end too, and if I was feeling tired, I would just flank off. Although that's not really the ideal here. Nice to see the William Mary guys going all the way through their routines and not bailing out before their dismounts, though.
Yeah, of course. Um, yeah, I used to watch you, and I just remember you doing the triple Russian dismount. I actually didn't even know that you did a Bailey dismount. But
Yeah, exactly. That speaks to the diversity of pommel horse dismounts. There's just two of them: handstand dismount or Russian dismount, pretty much.
yeah, here we're gonna be looking at Aiden Lee. So absolute beast of a pommel horse swinger, and not even their pommel horse specialist. Oh, so he clipped the horse on that D Russian flop, but you see he kept it going.
Very nice
Beautiful
move.
woo. Absolutely insane Russian sequence right there. Look at his teammates getting hype in the back, jumping on that tumble track. Oh, come on. Nice 1, 2, 3, and up. Come on. All right. There you got it. Aiden Lee right there. So he just had that slight form break in his D Russian flop as he was heading into that beautiful woo that we saw from him. But
But it's nice to see both teams staying on so far.
yeah, you hate to see falls on Pommel Horse. Pommel Horse has to be one of the hardest events to try to pick yourself back up after you fall. Pommel Horse and High Bar, they have really bad flow breaks if you fall on your routine. It's like, where do you start? Do you repeat the scale or do you just do some circles? No. But here we're gonna be looking at Christian Marsh. Christian Marsh, not big into anime guy. But here we go. He's gonna start off with the scissor hand. You see a lot
Oh,
of
that
the
was nice.
stronger guys do those scissor hands. A lot of the rings guys.
Yeah, and a lot of those rings guys tend to do their scissor hands using a lot of strength, but it looks like Christian Marsh swung those up pretty nicely. It was a straight body, no pike, and a lot of swing. So looks like those are exactly the way you want them to look.
Now that was a nice dismount. I think you see the same thing with the dismounts as well. You see a lot of strength used in dismounts, but rings guys figured it out. You know, they use some strength, but they use it extremely quickly.
Yeah, I mean that exactly. The quicker you can get that push with the bottom hand to push yourself up to handstand, the more you can make it flowy. And looks like Christian Marsh just popped right up there. Nice to see another strong set following Cutter's also strong set.
William Mary's really putting it down on Pommel Horse. So right now they are down by around 2 points on the Pommel Horse. The event total right now for William Mary is a 56.85, and for Cal it's a 59.5. But hopefully we could see some more hit sets from both teams and see if we could close that gap for William Mary. But here we're gonna be looking at Will Levankel, who I always say is a Pommel Horse specialist, but I've now seen him on P-Bar's lineup multiple times, killing it. But you could see why. I mean, he easily has the best body position out of everybody on Cal.
Oh,
Sadly, just slipped off, just missed his hand. Sometimes that happens when you do the 1-2-5 travel, which is where you step up onto the first pommel and try to step over all of them. You know, that pretty big jump gives you 1/10 bonus in your Magyar and brings it to a D value skill. But risk and
yeah.
reward.
I felt like his circle was a little bit too skewed going into that Magyar. A little bit off.
Yeah, he definitely does have a little bit of skew. And for the viewers, skew is referred to as when the two gymnast hands should be in a line. But he's going to finish up his routine right there. So sad to see him go. That is the last guy we will see from Cal, and we're going to be transitioning to our final two, or our final guy for William Mary, which is going to be Andrew Lebowski. So looks like he's going to be competing all around for them today.
Yeah, this is the all-around slot, and Andrew's coming off of his ECAC Gymnast of the Week designation for his performance over the weekend against Navy. So look for him to hopefully repeat that kind of success with a personal high in the all-around and a title as well.
Yeah. Look at it. He's about to destroy the pommel horse. Just look at that. One foot in front of the other. Arms back.
He's got that Cristiano Ronaldo free kick pose.
Yeah. He's gonna try to be a little bit of a magician. Pommel horse to me, or pommel horse workers, they're magicians. I thought I was decent on the pommel horse, but I was never on the level of specialist, never, and I don't think I ever would have got there. They're just magicians, man. They figure it out. But here goes Andrew. Nice 2 leg cuts. Start off kicking into his circles. Nice more little one palm work and
Ooh,
what
the
is that
double
skill?
hop there. That's a B. That's a skill you don't see a lot. He's recently added it in his routine.
That is absolutely crazy. Yep, into a nice D dismount. So Pommor's spot. Andrew's more of a high bar guy, so he's just gonna get it done on Pommor's there. So that is gonna be the end of our Pommel horse rotation. Some of the scores are gonna be updating, and we're gonna be kicking it to the event overview when all those scores update. But yeah, how you guys are enjoying the stream? Please drop some questions for our guests Jacopo and Capri. And let's kick it rolling into rotation 3. This is a really, really, really close meet. Hey, thanks. I'm happy to be back. I had that Spanish exam last week Wednesday, so reason why I couldn't be here. But we figured that out. Crushed my Spanish exam with a nice 84, and we're back in the live stream here. So Capri, so now we're
Yes.
getting into your event. So I feel like we were icing you out a little bit, with floor and pommel horse here. But what are you?
I love
looking
every
for?
single event. But I think I think of rings as like a piece of art. It's just how much you could sculpt your body into doing all those strength moves. Ring strength was just fun for me. And the guys who are naturally strong, they would understand that the more time you put in, you're always going to get stronger. Unlike pommel horse is just a different game. It's just if you're naturally gifted on pommel horse or not. Rings, I feel like anyone could honestly get strong.
Yeah, I think anybody has that opportunity to get strong. But we're definitely gonna be looking for you to give us some routine play by plays and some things that you want to be looking for your routine. But I want to remind you that we do have a donation link down below, and the Venmo code is flashed up there for people that like a little bit of ease in donations. We are doing this full time, and your support really does, and all the money gets invested straight back into the live stream to try to give you guys some better content. So for the Venmo donation, we will be reading those out live because they don't pop up on the screen. But the link in the bio, if you follow, subscribe, or anything, will come up on the live stream for everyone to see your name. Just you see that. Yeah, this is definitely super fun to watch. And we got a question for you. So Jacopo and Capri both have a question. And the question is going to be, what's your favorite skill on a pommel horse?
My personal favorite to do is the woo, the double Russian travel down the horse that you saw one of the Cal guys do at the end. It's just fun to feel like you're flowing around, and when you get in the right rhythm, it feels nice.
For me, what we've been doing at my gym currently is pushing a bunch of flare work, flared skills. It's just easier to not get deduction on those skills. So I would say the flare spindle on the pommel horse.
So I guess, what do you think about this new code for pommel horse, especially with the flared skills being devalued?
It's unfortunate, but I would still say it takes out the skew problem on most of the skills. It still looks technically nicer. So even if you don't have the best circles, flares could kind of play it off. So I think it's a good that it's devalued, but giving some guys chances to swing, give other options to swing.
Yeah. So we were talking throughout it, but we're looking at Zane Petrus currently. He's doing a nice front full dismount with the
Nice
stick.
stick. Good lead off for William and Mary. Zane's one of those guys that you know what you're gonna get on rings from him, and it's that consistent set right there.
Rings is a super consistent event. The only thing that you see people typically fall on is that dismount.
Hmm.
When you fall out of a handstand, you kind of just keep going. Unless it's dangerous with the level of swing that you have. But
Yeah, but
typically,
even
that's
though
not.
you may not fall as much as events like pommel horse, you can get hammered from a deduction point of view on the angles and on the holds, and so there's lots of places the judges could be looking to take stuff off. So it's a whole different set of challenges there.
Yeah. So it looks like Cal's live stream is lagging once again. I mean, I'm listen, Capri. I'm waiting for some alumni to go and tell JT he got to get an Ethernet cord. We've asked everybody, like, there's something going on with the Cal live streams, and it's like every single time, man. They they can't seem to figure it out. I mean, I know they are all the way in California, but Stanford got it figured out. They found their Ethernet port.
Yeah, we don't use our funding towards our internet speed.
Yeah. But what are some of the things that you learned while being on the team, especially or being a part of the ring squad, that you're hoping to see in this current team's ring squad?
So not losing deductions on the simple strength elements, such as an L holds, the handstand holds. All the guys are fixated on holding their harder multis or crosses for long, but forgetting that they have to hold those simple strength elements also. So if they could figure that out, those are minor areas that could cost a lot if you don't hold. So I'm hoping they could um, execute those well.
So you would so for you guys that don't know, Capri has not kept up with the cow as much as he said. So it's gonna be interesting for some of you guys that have been watching them to see what strength skills they're doing, because they're doing a lot of basic strength skills. You're gonna
Mhm.
see a lot of back levers, a lot of planges. You might see a couple crosses and Malteses, but for the most part, it's some relatively basic strength moves for Cal, and
And
it's gonna.
Cal's still a young team. The guys are still growing, so I'm hoping by the when the guys are growing up, they'll push more ring strength. I'm sure they'll get stronger. So we should see hard routines for the years to come.
Yeah, so we're just having some trouble with Verdius on our side, so sorry about some of these routines. We're gonna be looking at a Amir Pastel right here. So a little tank, man. You get to see him. So small, so powerful and strong. He did a really sick rings routine last week with some really nice strength skills, really clean strength moves, some planges, and he's gonna do his into his dismount right over there. Real nice, coming out of Amir.
Solid set there. A little hot for it on the landing, but other than that, looks like the handstand positions were nice and strong, and he's got some nice giants, especially for just being a freshman. Usually that's one of those skills you hone as you get through college and really perfect. It looked like he killed that swing perfectly on those giants.
Yeah, really really clean. Yeah, so Amber is one of the creators of Verdius. He is one of the top computer programmers in the world. Definitely don't take anything away from him. This is not his fault. This is just the stream and just the nature of doing everything over the internet and connection. But so sorry we sadly missed Ron Israel. I love watching Ron Israel's routine. He has a really nice ring set, really good lead off score. But we're gonna be able to see Kyle Abe. We've seen him on the past two events. Here is his third event for Cal. And as he's going to be raising his hand, Capri, you want to give us a little breakdown and what you think about this routine?
Sounds good. Okay, back price straddle planche. Not too bad. His hips could be a little more open, but he did seem to hold it. So what we're looking for is if he could keep the rings dead in the center without the swings.
Yeah, he's cooking this routine. Pretty nice strength holds. I would argue a little bit on his position. Nice pike Yamawaki, tuck Yamawaki, back upright straddle L. His legs are moving a little bit. But Cal has really nice handstands, and so does
Yes.
William and Mary. It seems like both teams have really done a good job of practicing their handstands. Nice double layout into a stuck dismount.
Stick. We should get a 1/10 bonus there for the stick.
Yeah, so the reason that we missed Ron Israel's routine, it's actually my fault. I run all of the stream work, and I just unfortunately couldn't refresh the page in time. So we apologize for that. Yes, it is on Verdius. I believe if you go to Verdius and you can click on Ron's name, it'll come up on there. So we really do apologize for missing that. You know, we would like to respect all of our athletes and believe that every single one should be in the stream. So we do apologize for that. But from here on, I believe I fixed it, so everything should be all right.
Yeah, William Mary and Cal's live stream, actually, they're not even showing the landing mat, so nothing we could truly do about that. Here we're going to be looking at Aiden Coy, moved out of the lead-up spot into his third ranked. Real nice handstand right there. A little bit archy, but he's doing a really good job of getting back to his handstand. Nice half and half out dismount.
Oh, there we go. That's what you want to see. Nice stuck dismount, solid set. Another. It's the third one for Aiden. He's having a great meet so far.
Yeah, Aiden's been smashing it 3 out of 3. Hopefully we get to see him on some more events because it looks like he's on a hot streak, and it's always.
I
good
think we'll
to-
see him on 3 more. I think he's doing all around today.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gymnast stepping up to the challenge of all around. Here we're gonna be looking at Aiden Gusty.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't see the Cal landing mat. That's not on our end. That's just, I believe, camera placement. So maybe it's a
Yeah, the rod floor is currently there. It's just going to cut off the landing.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry about that. Nice front uprise L. Back uprise to L. So Aiden's just doing some of those easier strength moves, but he's doing them very, very clean. Nice back uprise planche, and he lifted out of it. We used to talk about virtuosity, saying when you do a skill really, really good, but that was nice. Nice half and half out stuck dismount for Aiden Gusty.
Yeah, to the chat. I know that on site there are a bunch of Verdius officials that keep track of sticks and out of bounds. So if you're wondering that's going to affect the score, absolutely not. As one of our chat members has pointed out, Verdius has gone the extra mile to make sure that there is no cheating and that everything is equal for all athletes.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, some of the stuff I am really, really, really happy and really thankful, and I know Isaac is as well, for all the criticism. And we want to continue the criticism, but some of it is not in our control. So anyway, moving on, we're looking at Alex Kuzmenchuk, Region 7 boy, comes from Paragon, the gym in Maryland. So really nice to see what he got going on. Here he goes into a nice in-locate Yamawaki in a pike position into a back upright straddle L. Really nice position. Really nice hold right there. That's in-locate tuck Yamawaki to back of Strata low. So this routine, he doesn't have a cross or a Maltese, but what he is doing is he's staying extremely, extremely clean in all his strength moves and all of his swinging, which is going to guarantee him a high score. So back giant into a front full, and he's just going to take a small hop on that. But really, really good set for Alex right there. He is a freshman for the tribe, and we're going to be seeing more of him throughout the day and more of him throughout his time at William Mary. He's been doing a really good job staying clean.
Seems like all three of the freshmen are on lineups this season, and they're contributing in big ways to the team, especially the high bar lineup, where all three of the freshmen are on high bar lineup itself. So look for them to have an increasing impact on the team score.
Yeah, you love it when freshmen are stepping up, but here we're going to be looking at Will Levankel. So, like I said, not just a Pommel specialist. Here he is on a rings lineup.
Very rare to see a Pommel guy swinging like that on rings.
Yeah, I mean, especially with his insane set, a 6-0 set. You don't see guys that do multiple events have a 6-0 set.
He is swinging well so far.
Yeah, he picked up a little bit of swing between the rings, but hopefully he could kill it with this giant.
Yes.
Nice front full dismount and a stick.
Good landing.
Front full is a little bit of an easier dismount, but it's still worth a C value. So we haven't seen any D value dismounts so far. But it is a C dismount, and it's definitely one of the easier ones to stick. You're looking at the ground the entire time. And when I say that, when I say if you're looking at the ground, there's no excuse not to stick it. All half and half outs should be stuck, and all front fulls should also be stuck. But that's just a rule of thumb from my gym over there.
Totally agree.
Yeah, Capri. So what JO gym are you coaching at currently?
I coach at Gymnastics Olympica down in SoCal.
All right, so with some great gymnasts, you have Arun.
We have Arun. We have 4 national team members currently, with Isaiah Drake going to Navy, upcoming this year actually.
Yeah, so really, really, really established program over there at Gymnastics Olympica. If you guys are in the California area, definitely check it out. Here we're looking at Andrew Lebowski. Once again, doing all around for them, along with Aiden Coy. He's definitely rocking this a little bit more than he was rocking his Palm Wars set. And we should be seeing a D dismount. Nope. This easy half and half out, get the stick.
Yeah, he's got the 1.5 in the bag, but I think they've done the calculation that it's a better chance to stake the half in, half out and get that 10th bonus than to risk, taking some steps on the D dismount there.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about the difference in points when you do a C dismount and you stick versus doing a D dismount and a hop?
Right. So a C dismount will only get you 3 of the 5/10ths of the element group, but if you stick, you also get a 10th bonus. Whereas a D dismount will get you the full 5/10ths of the element group, and it's worth a 10th higher. So you got that 3/10 little gap there. But then if you don't stick and if you take like a 3/10 step, it ends up being the same as a C dismount. So that's a lot of quick math there, but usually what gymnasts will do is figure out what chances they have of landing their D dismounts with little deductions. And then depending on that, and if they can stick their C dismounts, it might be more reasonable to aim for the C and get that point in the bag.
Yeah, I wanna talk about that in a second, but I want to focus on Noah Neufeld's routine. He just did 2 planches, really nice pike yam, tuck yam, into a nice back upright strata low where he has absolutely no movement. Really nice press handstand. You could see he's a JE kid because he did his press handstand with his arms straight. Just a little
very nicely executed.
Yeah, just for some of the people that have that are gymnasts out there, JOs, JEs. the handstands. You could always tell with the press hands. Nice double layout dismount. And just a small hop back, so really clean set from Noah Newfield, but no D dismounts from either team in 5 guys throughout lineup. So now we're going to be looking at Christian Marsh from William Mary, and the last guy for Cal will be Yu-Chen Lee.
Yeah, and rings is one of those events where the D dismounts are quite a bit harder than the C dismounts. So it might be the event where you get the most C dismounts.
Yeah, you see a lot of D dismounts on P bars because P bars is an easier event to get a D dismount. Same with pommel horse. Floor and rings are pretty difficult. And high bar personally was difficult for me, but I don't see it being a difficult event to get a D dismount. All right. Here we go with Christian Marsh. This is their ringman over there. Their strong guy. He does a lot of big strength moves. Nice back upright straight planche. A lower to maul. I mean, look how flat that is. That's ridiculous, man.
He's got some nice positions.
Insane, watching that routine last year compared to this year, he just got so much stronger. Nice press to planche right there.
Yeah.
And
it's nice to see him, confident and putting all these big skills in his routine, which he had always had in his arsenal, but now they're polished and competition ready.
Yeah, they're definitely polished. Last year, I think he struggled a little bit with that confidence like you're talking about, but this year, definitely got it down pack. Nice 2 giants, a little 1-2 combo on rings that Isaac loves talking about. Into his dismount, which is going to be just a double tuck with a step back. So he's actually going to do a B dismount. And I
think he's been working the triple back tuck there, so I think that's kind of like a drill dismount for the triple.
The triple back, now that's going to be a banger set.
Yeah. And it's hard to put that at the end of a ring set with the fatigue you have from all the strength skills. So it's always kind of a give and take. How many strength skills do you do so you still got gas in the tank for the triple back?
That's a common problem with gymnastics. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can finish and do well. Sam McCulloch could go up there and do 15 million strength skills. No way he's finishing a double-double. That's why he does the routine he does, because he can finish it. But here we go. We're going to be looking at Yu-Chen Lee. Back of prize cross. How about Capri? How about you take this one?
Sounds good. So he went in the back lever, going straight from the cross. That actually bumps it up 1 scale value. So that easy back lever turns into a B. Very nice swinging elements. L's moving just a little bit. If you could just hold a little bit longer. But all these Cal guys, they're executing very well, but they all have similar routines. I'm hoping he could stick to dismount also. There we go, a D dismount.
So the first D dismount that we see, though. So a little bragging rights for both teams. Cal got the D dismount right there.
We got the D dismount.
Nice to see that D dismount. It had been a while.
All right. Let me kick it into another camera so we don't get motion sickness while we're watching them switch this. All right. Well, Cal stream is up and they have their thing set up. So, reading in the chat, they talked about how Cal stream will go down momentarily as they switch the lens on their camera. So, I'll be looking out for that. And please, guys, the Vertius platform is very different for us. It's not as easy for us to refresh the page. So, please keep that in mind. And as we're going to be heading into our 4th event with these guys, the teams right now we're going to be looking at a score of 186.75 for William and Mary and a 188.5. Oh, sorry, the score just came in for Yu-Chen Lee, 189.5 for Cal. So only a 2-point or a 1.8 difference for them. 2.8.
Yeah, nice to see a close meet, neck and neck so far. Let's hope it keeps going that way, keeps being exciting for the last 3.
So it's gonna be really interesting to see. Cal has in the past has been known to struggle on their volts slightly. Sometimes some weekends they go out there and they go 5 for 5 volts, 6 for 6 volts, and some weekends they might struggle a little bit. It's gonna be nice to see if William and Mary can close the gap on Cal. But before we do that, we do want to kick it over to the event overview that is now being updated, and remind you guys that there is a donation link down below, and your support is extremely, extremely vital to this operation that we're doing here. We're really going out here trying to save men's gymnastics and give it the coverage that it deserves, and give it the coverage that it needs. And we want to be a one-stop shop for all things gymnastics related, and maybe even get into some international meets in the future. But so we now do have a Venmo QR code, because that is a little bit easier and a little bit more 2021, a little stepping it up right there. And for the people that want to have their name read out on stream, we do have a donation link down below, but it doesn't require you to create an account or to sign in. So a little bit more of a two-step process. I understand if you guys want to choose to do that towards the end of the stream, which is what a lot of people choose to do, or if you guys want to do it now. Either way, but yeah, it looks like a Cal stream is down, so definitely in the middle of changing the cameras.
Yeah.
All right, we're refreshing the live stream right now, and should be good to go for the first guy for William Mary, which will be Ian Creelman, and the first guy for Cal will be Colin Cunane. So I can't help but mention there are some people missing from the Cal lineups that I've noticed. Seth and Savion have not been here. I have not seen Jelani Sweet, so definitely gonna be interesting. Something definitely happened where they might have got injured, and they're in the gym, or maybe they had some problems with COVID. Either way, they are not competing with their full lineup, and will definitely make a difference in the scores. Because I know a lot of those guys that I mentioned are not competing today, 100%, and they play a big factor in these next 3 events for Cal. So it's definitely gonna get interesting. But guys, can we get some questions in the chat for some of our guests, for Jacopo and Capri, and maybe some hype for your team out there in the chat? Which guy do you guys feel is gonna take this one? How you guys feeling about the matchups?
I know I'm hyped for vault. I want to see if Andrew Lebowski is going to do that hand double front that he's been working, or if he'll just do the double full.
I'm hoping that he goes for the handspring double front, because William and Mary, as of currently, they're gonna need it if they want to take down Cal. So go big or go home, right?
Yeah, it's always an exciting vault, but of course it's pretty hard on your back, and I know his back had hurt in the past while he was doing it, so sometimes he just decides to go for the more safe and clean double full.
Yes. So, Jacopo, they want to know a little bit about your international gymnastics journey and your competitions in Europe. I mean, Italy. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So actually, I'm Italian. So I was born in Italy and stuff. And so near the end of my college career, and a little bit the year later, I competed at a couple of meets for Italy. I was lucky enough to go to a couple World Cup meets, and that was really fun. Seeing a lot of pommel horse workers that I'd idolized growing up and competing against them. So overall, great experience, and nice to see how gymnastics is really universal, and then people that don't even speak the same language, speak the same language in gymnastics.
Judges are currently deliberating on inquiries after rings. I'm able to hear the judges chatter on the production end. All right, so I guess there's going to be a little bit of delay. So, Capri, I want to talk about one of your top prospects right now, which is Isaiah Drake. And I knew that he wasn't going to be going to the Naval Academy this year.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that it was common knowledge until, obviously he's not appearing on roster or not competing for them. Uh, is there anything that you can talk about Isaiah Drake's situation? And then if not, because I completely understand that that is his business on what's happening. If not, can you talk a little bit about the training and what it's like at Gymnastics Olympia? Because, you guys are so popular and such a good gym that I'm sure a bunch of JO gymnasts would like to know what you guys are doing right there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so a lot of gyms do ask us what's our secret, what do we do? But honestly, it's just we give the gymnasts a little more freedom in our gym, their time to think. It's not we're not forcing them to do sets. We take injuries pretty seriously. Right now, Isaiah is getting ready for Winter Cup. He just actually left today for Winter Cup. We've just been doing routines lately. He's been looking good. The only reason why he delayed the Navy, going to Navy this year, is just because he has to take some extra classes right before going. So it was good that he got to stay one more year and I got to work with him a little bit more. So he'll be seasoned up for next year. And hopefully he could get ready for trials, Olympic trials, hopefully this year if he can make it on the senior national team. So
Why not
he'll be definitely a one to watch.
go big for Isaiah Drake? Here we're looking at a stuck double full for Ian. So kicking it
that
out
was
the
beautiful.
gate.
That's how they want to start their vault lineups. I hope they can keep that momentum going.
I mean, a stuck vault. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. Especially first guy up. Definitely gonna be keeping the momentum. But yeah, it's really nice hearing about Isaiah Drake. I know a lot of people were asking about him and what he's doing because he is a pretty big name in the gymnastics community.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see where Jaden and Arun step up into.
Arun will be competing at the ETC this weekend. He's ready also. That was a
Yeah, that was a cause coming out of Colin Cunane. So that was a full twisting in a layout position, a vault. So 14.0 start value, not the highest start value, but he did it very clean. But Ian Creelman scores definitely going to best Colin Cunane's on that first guy up head-to-head matchup. Now we're going to be looking at Jordan Kula. And we had a lot of subscribers and followers come in, so thank you guys for that. Thank you, Spinks. Thank you, Raptor. Thank you, Scales, for subscribing and following respectively. And score came in for Ian Creelman at a 14.2, so sheesh. Really?
Good start for the tribe.
Mhm.
Let's see if they can keep it up with these vaults.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit worried over here.
Lights out, man. Put the lights out. Here comes William and Mary coming back after these last three. Here goes Jordan Kula.
Looks like another solid vault for the tribe.
Mhm.
Not a stick like Ian Creelman, but what they want exactly. Just one step and pretty solid double full there for Jordan Kula, who's also, just like Ian Creelman, one of the 2 team captains this year. One of the 3 team captains, along with Colin, actually.
Well, they're going to have a little bit of an advantage right here going into vault for William Mary, because William Mary is going to be doing some of the harder vaults. Cal started off with a full, and William Mary had started off with a double twist. So they're going to go all double twist down the runway, and for Cal, we're potentially looking at more fulls. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
There goes David putting up another full. Very clean, very easy vaults to do, but definitely not going to be pushing those 8/10 that William Mary is going to have on them in start value.
Mm-hmm.
I think that speaks to the different strengths of the teams in different events. You saw Cal had quite a bit of a higher start value on the pommel horse, and now William Mary has a little bit of a higher start value on vault. So it's nice to see the start values even out and the meet stay close.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of my my favorite meets to watch, especially just because these teams are so evenly matched, evenly ranked, and you know exactly what you talked about. You know, Pommel horse. You know, Cal had the start value, and now it's William and Mary. You know, you guys got the start value on Volt, which I think is a little bit of a better event to have start value. But
Oh,
there
but
goes
here
the
we have
full.
a slightly downgraded vault here with a full from Kevin Portefeuille. So it seems like they've chosen also to go the full route, maybe to avoid some deductions.
Yeah, that was a really clean full from them, and there's definitely nothing wrong with doing a full twist on Volt. It's just 8/10 lower than a double full, and if you're gonna be putting it up like how William Mary has with a 14.2 from Ian Creelman and a 13.6 from Jordan Kula, you know, it's worth it to do the double. Definitely. But now we're gonna be looking at Aiden Gusty from Cal, third guy up.
There we go. Oh,
So yeah, he's gonna be doing a double full, but he had some form breaks in the air in his twisting position, and he had a little bit of a landing issue where he took multiple steps back. So Capri, how much are you getting off on that vault on the landing?
I mean, on the landing, he even touched the wall, the left side of the wall. So I'm hoping the judges will just take landing errors. If they're a little bit strict, they might even take a fall for that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they might get a little bit strict there, but you know, it's nice to see that Cal is going to be doing some double fulls in their lineup today. That will probably not be the best one that they put up, but a double full is a double full at the end of the day. Challenge those bigger vaults, and we're going to be looking at Sam Lee. So that's a nice double full. He takes a 3/10 hop back and maybe a couple steps, but
Nice twisting from the freshman. Yeah, just a few little scuffles on the landing there, but overall pretty solid vault. Seems like the rotation is going the way the coaches would like it to go so far.
yeah. So here we're going to be looking at Yu Chan Lee. I want to point out how prolific Yu Shen Lee is on multiple events. He is deep into lineups on multiple events. He's a big contributor and a big factor to this team's success. And this vault is going to be very crucial to their success throughout the meet, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, nice double full. You know, probably could even committed a little bit for a stick there, but double full with, you know, 1/10 hop maximum on that. No way that you're taking off anymore.
Hmm.
But
Very nice form in there.
yeah, yeah. But I love that new gym, that new William Mary gym. Jacopo, maybe you could talk a little bit more about William Mary's situation in the NCAA. But currently they are practicing at a place called Williamsburg Gymnastics, which I have went to train with for my road to competing at champs. Very good gym owned by Cindy Walker and her husband Pete Walker, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah, that's correct. And yeah, both the men's and the women's teams train at that gym. As you see, a nice double full from Aiden Coy, very clean there. And yeah, it's a great gym. It's compared to the facility that we had previously, which was much smaller and in a basement somewhere. There's much more space and much more space to do various, dismounts into a pit, which might also have impacted the increased dismounts that you're seeing this year from William and Mary.
Yeah, you know, your training environment definitely has an effect on, I guess, your amplitude. There definitely is no cap on your training environment. I think anybody could come out of any gym, but it definitely helps to have some of that better equipment. And over there at Williamsburg Gymnastics, they're doing a great job helping out this NCAA team. Yeah, it is a deduction if you do touch the wall, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, if you put weight on on your hands or your feet, it will be a big deduction. Oh, but that was a big double front by Kyle.
Yeah, that was Kyle Abe, the triple back man.
He's a flipper.
Yeah, it looked like he put it down a little bit
Yeah.
to his butt. He did a little bit of a butt bounce and kind of like ran back a little bit. Almost fooled me if he landed it, but I think the amount of time that he sat on the floor might have gave it away to the judges.
Still, that hand double front vault is one that often you can't get a lot of deductions on if you're keeping your knees more or less together and your body tight in the air in that tuck position. So it's one where you see people getting 13s even with the fault.
Yeah, well, that's what happened when you do a 15.2 vault. So here we go. We're going to be looking at Andrew Lebowski. And after Andrew and Caleb go, which are going to be the anchors, I'll be saying the scores. But there goes that handspring double front.
Nice.
And he put it down.
All right. Oh, that was nice to see. Yeah, I didn't know whether or not he was going to bring it out, but I think that might be the first time he's competed that at a non intra squad meet. Great for Andrew and beautiful vault there.
Yeah, there goes Lebowski, man. He got some power on him. I can't wait to watch him on high bar. Definitely probably my favorite routine coming out of William Mary. Maybe Amir Postel's high bar as well. It's probably also one of my favorites.
Yeah, they got some high flyers with the Tkachevs and Andrews Kovacs, but it's nice to see he's translated that flip into the vault too.
Yeah. Here's let me
Wait and see what the score is.
Yeah, here's senior captain Caleb Rickard. He stuck his 2.5, I think, like 2 times already. So
Yeah.
let's see what he got this time. Hopefully he could get a third stick in for the season. 2.5 and
Oh,
just a little bit too much. So Capri, what did he do wrong in that vault?
I think he blocked a little bit too early off the table. Couldn't get his feet quite around over his head whilst the rotation. But I've seen him do this vault so good. I thought he was going to even practice doing a cross double full. It's unfortunate to see that he fell, but hopefully he's the captain, so he has to bring the energy up going into the next event.
Yeah, so here is our event overview. We're just waiting on the scores or for the totals to update us a little bit. But we are looking at a meet that is 256.55 to 256.7. 1.5 difference going into the last two.
Neck and neck. It's rare to see teams so close through 4 events.
That's absolutely ridiculous. You know, every team, you know, they needed that guy to fall or they needed that guy to hit, and it's happened, and it's a close meet. This is going to literally be best team goes to NCAA.
Yeah, I'm hoping last 2 events we see both Cal and William and Mary's best gymnastics and just the best routines win.
Yeah, it's really going to be a shame to see if Cal does lose, because I'm sure they're going to be kicking themselves for those guys that are out right now. And I'm assuming that they're out for COVID. Don't quote me on that. Please don't. Please don't. Don't quote me on that. But I am assuming that those guys are out for COVID, and I'm sure they're going to be kicking themselves if that is the case and they do lose that, because those guys were in lineups and definitely could have impacted the meet positively or negatively. But as we got the event overview squared up, you guys can see the difference in the scores currently, and it's a really close meet. Honestly, right now, just a quick little prediction right now. Everyone in the chat, you know, say who you got taking this, and I actually got Cal coming out of this unscathed. I think Cal is gonna make it. The next 1.5.
You think Cal's gonna win?
Actually, no. Actually, I'm changing my opinion.
You can't change your opinion.
No.
You already said it.
I got to change my opinion because I completely forgot about William and Mary's bang.
I don't commentate for one day and you forget about William and Mary's high bar?
No. All right.
Come on, man.
William and Mary has a very good chance of taking this. They need to.
I think it's anybody's meet at this point. It really just depends on how their routines are hit and performed down here. So I don't even know if I can. I hope William Mary wins it.
I'll tell you what it's going to come down to. If Cal hits P bars better than William and Mary hits high bar, Because Cal's got some good P-bars. They're just not hard, but it's really clean. So I feel like if they put down their P-bars and they score good P-bars, but William and Mary doesn't do a good high bar, then Cal's going to take it. But if they don't do it, but if Cal does a bad P-bars and William and Mary does a good high bar, William and Mary's going to take it.
Well,
I'm stoked. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's going to be close for sure.
Yeah, definitely gonna be close. A really interesting matchup to see, especially since we have a pretty big P-bar guy over here with Capri, so he's gonna be able to see some of his team's upgrades on the P-bars from when he was there. But there goes Ian Creelman. So sorry about that, and the little bit of
Nice leadoff set from Ian. You saw a couple of Archie handstands, but besides that, exactly what you want from the leadoff. Solid routine and actually pretty high difficulty for a leadoff as far as our leadoffs have historically gone.
Yeah, that was a really good leadoff set. So I was watching it on my laptop as we pulled it up, and all hits, no misses. That's the motto going in right now. All hits, no misses. I don't want to see any misses. I want to see the best gymnastics possible. But here we're going to be looking at Aiden Gusty again. Aiden Gusty, this is now his 4th event that he's competed. Or 5th event, I believe. I think. Yes, he might be on doing all-around this meet as well. So, really good to see from the Gusty brother.
He did swing some good pommel horse with those long arms. I'm guessing he's a pretty good P-bar swinger also.
Yeah, he is. And they're entrusting him with that leadoff spot, with that first up. So, gonna be really interesting to see that. So what we got in the chat? We got Cal, William Mary, Bears. Well, William Mary, Cal. So split chat right now going in. Here's Aiden, really nice Dion banging it to a handstand. Stood straight up, nice front of prize, straight to a handstand. So this is what we're talking about. Cal, they might not have the hardest sets on P-bars, but they go out there and they hit them extremely clean. As you see, in a P-bars routine, you want to see straight arms, straight elbows, straight handstand, and they're going out there and do that. Here goes the dismount, double front.
Very nice. Very hard dismount.
Yeah, so, a little bit an easier routine with a harder dismount. So I'm going to make up a couple of those tens back on the dismount, especially with that type of landing. That was a really good landing for the double front. So really, really nice. Ian Creelman's score came in at an 11.55. And as we were going to be sitting waiting for Aiden Gusty's, we're going to be watching Sam Lee. So, Jacopo, do you know anything about Sam?
Yeah, so actually, Sam is a freshman this year, so I haven't met him yet, given the pandemic and everything. But I know he's from Colorado and he's interested in kinesiology or movement science in general. So I also know he's got a pretty big high flying high bar set, and he's been contributing pretty solidly on those last 3 events so far, the first 2 meets. Hopefully his P bars is no different.
Yeah, that was a pretty big Tapel. Nice pirouette. Front of prize. Yeah, so Kines majors, very into the body mechanics. Diam, back giant, to a nice stutz to handstand. And came out a little bit early on that peach to support. Luckily he was able to recover. Nice L press handstand, straight arms, and that double pike.
Ooh,
that's a stick.
That's nice to see.
So where's our green flag?
Green flags are currently in the mail. I ordered them. They'll be here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they'll be here for Saturday, hopefully.
Green flags. Wave 'em up. Yeah, thank you, Chuck for the new follower. I love reading out the names. Follow, subscribe, guys. I'm trying to read out some more names.
Chuck Truck. I love that name.
Yeah. That is a sick name. But Capri, you want to give us a little event breakdown for Will Levankel and his
Of
routine?
course.
There he goes, saluting.
Very nice kick to L. No movement right there.
Oh,
Oh no, that's a very big support skill. It's called a Healy worth a D value. He just had to, he missed his right hand. That does happen quite a lot. But he is picking it back up with that Diom. And then a little bit easier dismount. It's only a B value, but I'm hoping he's okay after that fall. He did take the bar pretty hard.
yeah, that happens a lot on Heelys. A little score update. Aiden Gusty from Cal, first the leadoff guy, put up a 12.6. And Sam Lee had put up a 12.4 from William and Mary. Now we're going to be looking at my boy, Amir Pastel. So, Amir, he's a freshman. He did come from my region, so I do know him personally and know his family. So if you guys are watching, what's up? Definitely looking forward to watching Amir on P-Bars. He was an absolute beast in JO on P-Bars. And I can't wait for you guys to watch his high bar. He has a really nice straight body Tagachev. But here he goes. Jacopo, you want to take this one?
Sure. All right, let's see. So he starts it off with the usual kip, and now he's gearing up for, I think, a Tapel. Oh, no, he's going to do the peach hand first. A little short of the handstand there. Nice giant, though. And beautiful Tapel. Wow. His leg form is really nice.
Yeah. His form is really sick.
Good Diom there. Staying clean with the handstands. You always want to try to minimize your hand movements on those handstands and P-bars. Every little opening and closing of the hands could be a deduction.
Yeah, I wish they'd just get rid of that in that 5G code.
And there's the C dismount. I guess he wasn't feeling as bouncy on that swing down before the double pike and did the double tuck instead. Just overall, pretty solid routine. Just the peach hand a little short there, but very, very clean and pretty difficult with those 3-4 big first skills.
Yeah, he started off with a kip to handstand, then he did a peach handstand, which is a D value, a back giant, which is a C value, and then he did a tapelt, which is a D value. Very common sequence that you'll see from a lot of good P-bar guys, and Amir's no exception. He got that thing down packed. But thank you, Alessandra, Jim, for the follow. Really appreciate that. Yeah, and Amir is a great guy, of course. Here is Caleb
Oh,
Rickard.
very nice. Straight arm peach handstand.
He's swinging this routine with some aggression. He's upset about that vault, and he's about to go out there and he's about to get it back.
He's
Guaranteed.
attacking this event for sure. Oh, and that's the skill that Will happened to fall on. Very nicely done by Caleb.
Nice peach to support. Arm straight. Handstand straight as a pencil. Here comes his nice dismount. Double tuck. And just
Very
a
good
small
routine.
step. You know,
Probably the best he could probably do it. There's nothing to really take off deductions on.
yeah, that was ridiculously clean. Only thing he got to be pushing that D dismount. I feel like he
Of
has
course.
been competing a D dismount, right, Isaac?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, all right. He has been competing a D dismount, so I don't know what he decided to do today in regards with that, but very, very clean set from senior captain. Very good turnaround from his vault.
It might be an ankle thing after the vault. He's trying to play it safe on his lower half.
Yeah, that could be true. Health is always going to take a precedent in gymnastics because gymnastics is such a dangerous sport. Even though you see guys like Aiden Coy, who's shown right now. He's gonna be doing a bunch of dangerous things, but us gymnasts, man, we just go out here and we kill it every day. We practice really hard so that nothing bad happens. Knock on wood. Somebody out there. A nice Moy, and then he does a nice Diam into a front of prize. Really nice stutz to handstand there.
Nice. He's hitting all those handstands on the support skills. That's good to see.
All right, here he goes. So it looks like he's going to be doing his dismount. Double pike, and he got stuck on the mat, man.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. It was a nice routine up until that dismount, but hopefully he can shake it off and finish high bar strong.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's about. Gymnastics is about that resilience. And right now, little quick event overview we have. For the scores, we have William Mary sitting at a 292.7 and Cal sitting at a 292.6. 1/10 the difference. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sweating. I sweat all the time, but I'm sweating. Absolutely ridiculous.
Thanks for the follow, guys.
You're not going to try to say that name?
Can't read it. It's too far away.
Bad on.
Kadonk.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. Here we're going to be looking at Kyle Abe, though. Kyle Abe, we just saw him. Actually, I was going to say nail that double front, but that was Andrew Lebowski. So Kyle is also going to be coming after a fall. Same with Kyle Rickard. So Kyle just proved it to Kyle that, you can fall and you can go out there and you can still have a really good set. So, and now we're going to be looking for the same thing from Kyle. Both of them also came on the show. If you guys want to go rewatch one of our pregame shows that we did, you could listen to both Caleb and Kyle both speak about the team and the current state of the team and everything about that. So if you guys are interested in looking at some of the old content, that is over there on the YouTube channel at the Gymnastics Network, if you guys do choose to do so. But here we go. Kyle Labes starting us off. There you go. Peach hand. A little bit of a bent arm deduction right there, but got it to handstand. Important.
Very
really
big
nice
Tapel.
Tapel. That was a beautiful Tapel. So crucial part, the pirouette. There you go. That was a C more because he did it with his leg straight. Peach to support to L. So it looks like we're gonna just be seeing a very normal dismount. Probably a double pike. And there it goes.
There we go.
Really, really nice set from Kyle. And we're going to be transitioning to the next guy, which is going to be Christian Marsh. So if you do choose to donate through the Venmo link will not come up on the stream. So I want to say that. Thank you, Scales, for donating $25. We really, really, really appreciate that. As you see, we have a donation goal for a new camera, because right now we are filming on my iPhone, actually. A little humility there in that we are filming on my iPhone. And we're saving up for a nice camera so the camera doesn't cut out. So just so you guys know, the Venmo link will not show up. And the normal stream donations will. So I want to say thank you to Winnie Ha and also Psych Caesar for your donation. So just looking at that right now. So sorry about that. Here we go, Christian Marsh. Nice peach hand right there. Diam, a little bit of a leg separation right there. Giant, really nice. There, peach to L. Nice press, a little gymnast 1-2 right there on P-bars. You see a bunch of peach L press.
So he'll be gearing up for his double front dismount here.
Land, come on. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
It was a good dismount. I've seen him stick a billion in practice and a few at meets, but nice to see the dismount even when he doesn't stick it. It still looks good.
All right. Yeah. That was absolutely insane. So we saw Christian on rings. He went out there and killed it, obviously. And now he's over here killing on the P-bars. I think the last time I watched him do that routine, he might have sat down that double front. So he went out there and put it on. But thank you, Rebecca Petrus, for that absolutely insane donation. Everything, helps out. Absolutely everything. So, yeah, your donation did just come through. So I want to say thank you for that. As you see, the donation goal for the new camera is coming up, and when that hits, please, expect some much nicer and crisper content from us, and more frequently as well. Here's Noah Neufeld, though, with a nice whippet. Capri?
Very hard mount. That was a D valued mount. Connected to another D value Healy. It's going 3 Ds in a row. It's pretty big. Very nice giant. So I heard he came from Wolga Gymnastics in Texas. Wolga always swings very nice P-bars and definitely shows that Wolga basics in him.
Yeah, some of these gyms are just known for, just having really good gymnastics. Shout out
It's their
US
signature event. He's showing it off very well.
Nice
There
double
we go,
front.
there we go.
Got it done.
That's a very good set.
But let's talk a little bit about some of the climate of the JO gyms. What are some of the best JO gyms currently for for development into the NCAA track? So obviously we got Gymnastics Olympia. We got
Thank you. Yeah, we're pretty good. Cypress Gymnastics. They've always been dominant in their optionals. 5280.
We have 5288. Thank you, Badonkadonk, for that $5 donation.
And Wolga. I think those are definitely the big ones to watch out for.
Oh, and Elevate Gymnastics as well. Don't forget about them.
Oh, Elevate. Yeah, they got Preston. I've never seen a kid that talented at that age. Very good kid.
I gotta
Preston
look 'em
Nye,
up.
one of my close friends, little brother, absolute insane on everything.
Really nice. All right, but here's Andrew Lebowski. He's gonna be 6th guy up. Really nice Suarez right there.
Seems like he's going at this set really aggressively, which is great to see.
It's really good. Andrew's best events are his last 2 events by far. So really, we're gonna have a real treat watching Andrew just slicing and dicing through this P-bars routine.
This has been really nice so far. He's gearing up for the dismount here.
Oh, just lean back a little bit and
Just a couple steps there. Besides the dismount, very, very nice set.
yeah, he just leaned back a little bit and almost like dumped off. When you see people do a double pikes on P-bars, for the parents out there, I'm going to make a point of this so that you guys can go and prove to your son or to whoever that you're watching for your knowledge of gymnastics. When you do a P-bars double tuck, you almost push off the bars. When you do a P-bars double pike, you roll off the bars. It's a very different technique and motion. Some people find it easier. I found double pike was a little bit easier because I'm just don't have the strength to be pushing off the bars that late. And when you see people almost like lean back on those double pikes, they're like almost too tired to push, and they just kind of just try to go with the motion, and it doesn't usually work out very well. Not in a stick, at least. But here we're going to be looking at our last guy, Yu Chen Lee, or should I say Miles. Looks like he goes by Miles in the Cal team.
Very clean guy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's been contributing on a ton of events. Beautiful Suarez right
Nice.
there. Very level to the bars. I'm not taking anything on that one.
Ooh,
Healy.
I like the flow of the routine.
Yeah, nice Healy to upper arm straddle cut. It's like a beautiful artistic gymnastics little thing. Double pike.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see, especially with that. But Yu Chen did not roll off the bars. He did not dump his shoulders off the bars to make a double pike, which is not the way that you want to do it. So he did it the correct way by just pushing off the bars and just letting his pike come to himself, letting his legs rise up and letting his body fall into his legs. That's
Yeah,
the way.
it may not look like it because they're made of wood, but the P bars are actually basically like little trampoline springs, and so you really want to have them bend down and shoot you back up when you're trying to go for those dismounts.
Oh. All right, so let me read the chat. So, yeah, US Gym, that is obviously the best gym out there. Little shameless plug, but yeah, some of the good gyms.
Yeah, shameless plug, huh?
Yeah, Cypress 5280, Woga Plano is pretty good. I know when people say Woga, they talk about Frisco, but Plano's also pretty good. Gymnastics Olympia, Elevate Gymnastics, US Gym is good out of New Jersey. What are some of the Florida boys? Universal, pretty good. Tag USA is good. Not that saying that some of these other gyms aren't good, by the way. It's just these are the gyms that are consistently putting out NCAA gymnasts every single year. Cypress, everybody knows about Cypress. Nobody has to say, everybody knows. What's his name? What is Tom Meadows is the best coach in probably JO history. The amount of guys that he's put on senior national team, put into Oklahoma. And not even just put into Oklahoma, put in Oklahoma on scholarships too.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to get gymnasts into college, another thing to get them a little bag.
Yeah, shout out to Scats, man, Southern California.
Scats
Scats is a good one.
Scats is good. Lakeshore, I saw that in the chat as well. But yeah, once again, I want to remind you guys as we're heading into our final event. Thank you to each and every single one of you 68 viewers out here. We really do appreciate it. If you guys do choose to donate, we do have that link below, and we also have the Venmo code on the screen, which we will flash at the end of the meet. We really do appreciate it. You guys can see that we have the donation link down below, and let's just get into it, man. We have our casters here, Capri and Jacopo. So I want to say thank you now before, in case they have to leave shortly after the stream. Thank you guys for coming on. People in the chat, ask your questions now because when they leave, you will not have that opportunity to ask them that. And William and Mary's live stream just paused or something.
No.
We're gonna be looking to get that up. I don't think. Yeah, Mega is also a pretty good gym out there, but
In Boston, in Massachusetts.
yeah, Matt Cormier, Sam, Fred.
Ian.
That score. So the score right now we're looking at is 318.7 to 320.35. So Cal is in the lead by 1.6, but it ain't nothing on high bar, and we all know that. Capri, I was looking at your scores and a little shameless thing. I was looking at scores and I saw a little 14.45, and then the next meet, you put up a 12. So
Is that my score?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, no, but what I'm trying to bring up is, you're a really good high bar gymnast. To put up a 14.5 is, it's an accomplishment. High bar is no luck at all, and anybody could go out there and hit one week, and then the next week, just
Yeah, it happens. It happens, especially with a bunch of release moves. You'll see guys either going for the big release moves or the guys who tend to just do the pirouetting moves, the turning moves to get the points. I was more of a gymnast who did the pirouetting style stuff, more of the in-bar, endos, and stalder work. So it was a little bit less risky, but even then, high bar is just an event where you could fall off.
Yeah, so we were just watching Aiden Gusty. So I want to get your take, Capri, on the current state of high bar. And, obviously we have some of the changes coming next year. I've seen Isaiah Drake has been correcting that. Was he added in his Kovac.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about the high bar state? Is it better to do releases or is it better to do pirouetting?
I'm getting to a point where it's too many releases is getting too bland. As a coach, maybe as an audience, it might be fun to watch, but there are some very beautiful high bar workers who are good at pirouettes, and that's what. And I feel like the judges are taking way too much deductions, and guys aren't going for those anymore. So you just see the same old three Tkachevs, one Kovacs to a dismount. I think we could diversify a little bit more.
Yeah. All right. Here's Sam Lee. So Jacopo, you mentioned Sam and his big high bar routine. So here he goes cooking it.
Yeah, gearing up for a release here. It looks like.
Woo!
Oh.
Yeah. It looked a little bit far off the release.
Yeah, just a little too far from the bar there. That's too bad. It was a nice body position in the air, very laid out.
Yeah, that was OC. But William and Mary fans, do not worry. This is high bar. Like I said, I had to use Capri as an example, but I didn't mean to. Anything could happen. One guy could go out there and smash his set. The next guy, he's expected to put up a 14. He puts up a 9. It actually happens all the time on high bar. High bar and Pommel is those two big swing events. It doesn't really matter who's good. But here he goes getting back up. I believe he didn't do another release, so it looks like he's going to have to repeat straight body. Oh, so he's just going to opt
For the
to
straddle there.
A free hip. It was a little flat on the angle. They're going to kill him on that. Nice half and half out. Small hop. Listen, it happened. So that definitely wasn't the routine that they were looking for from Sam. He kept clean throughout the routine. So he only had one major error, which was the fall, and then he had a 3/10 error on his free hip, and then a 1/10 error on that hop. So all in all, right then and there on those last couple skills, that's 1.4 off, and then plus no credit on the straight body. So that is going to be a pretty big swing for them. But luckily, they are competing 6 guys, so they will be able to drop one score. So we're going to hope that that's the score that they drop, as we're going to be looking at Colin Cunane, high bar senior event leader. So, Capri, can you explain that, SAL thing?
Sorry, he's a event leader.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we had it during our time too, but if he's an event leader, he just has he's pretty much the leader of the whole squad, the lineup, and he has some focus points that he talks about with his team right before they do their routines. So I'm pretty sure he had them round up and amp them up for the routines right before he went.
Yeah. He's going out here. He's doing he only did 2 releases. He did a Yamawaki and he did a Tkachev. I just want to say he's stuck that dismount every single weekend so far. He hasn't missed it. But
That's true, yeah.
he did a lot of a good mix of those pirouetting skills, and he did a pretty good mix of the releases. So in Capri's eyes, that was a pretty good routine.
It's a well-rounded routine.
Yeah. Definitely going to need to pick up that flying giant. I know I say it every single weekend, but guys, please, if you guys are watching this, please push these flying giants into the air. I cannot keep seeing these flying giants that are 1 inch off the bar.
Amir's got an awesome jam.
Yeah, William and Mary went out there and they hit literally every single angle the last time that we casted them. And Amir is no different. He has an absolutely banging straight body. For some of the JOs that gotta go out there and play this one back. If you guys want to take an example of how to do a straight body Tkachev, this is the one. And his angles are ridiculous. Yeah,
Oof.
that was nice. He had a little bit of a form break. It looked like he had a little weird release on his tap, but really nice. And just slightly a little bit out on that jam.
Uncharacteristic for Amir, not perfectly in handstand, but still pretty good. And a nice stick.
Sheesh!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's getting close.
That's what they needed right there after the routine with a fall and little hops on the dismount, one with a stick and solid release to pick it right back up.
Yeah, it resets the mentality there, right? Especially on high bar where mentality is a really big part.
I mean, I famously call it the hype bar, and I make a lot of. I actually never released that edit, but I made an edit, with the hype bar and all the Adobe After Effects drawn on it and saying it's a hype bar because the guy in front of you affects your routine, the guy behind you affects your routine. It's like with high bar and training, it's electric. Especially, when we used to go in the gym on Wednesdays, go in the gym Saturdays, or, any day you have off, and, you're going for a new release, somebody catches a Kovac, the next guy goes up there, he's definitely catching his Coleman. It's like that with high bar.
Yeah. Thanks, Winnie, for being here. Appreciate your time.
Here we go. Noah Neufeld, freshman legend at this point. Here he goes. A little bit of strength getting up there. So let's see if he can pick this routine up. Beautiful, beautiful line right there. Endo full spin, a little bit out on the angle department, and that's the risk of angles. You get hit really hard for them. Nice Stalder, definitely getting that one to hands, and it looks like he's just going to do his dismount right here. Just get off the bar. Nice.
There we go.
Half and half out to a stick, and let me tell you, man, this is a meet.
Yeah.
This is the competition that you guys want to watch. For the viewers, for any gymnastics fans out there, this is a good competition to watch.
You know what else I've noticed?
Back to back.
The sticks, man. The sticks go on trains when you're on the last event. Always. I saw that at the last meet, too. One team sticks, next team sticks. One team sticks, next team sticks. Just goes back and back and back and forth.
Well, every single stick counts, and especially when the meet's close by 1.5 tenths. It makes sense for you to go big or go home. Go for that stick. Because
yeah, they're putting it down too.
We seen it the other weekend with Penn State versus Illinois. The meet was separated by a couple tenths. That's one landing.
Literally.
But
it's one angle. It's one anything. It's one toe point.
Yeah.
It's one hand movement. So everything matters.
Here is Alexander Kuzmenchuk. So they've put up now 3 freshmen back to back to back right here. And they go out here and they get it done on high bar.
Yeah, their freshmen had so much depth under their high bars. Ridiculous.
Yeah, nice straddle Tkachev right there. Stalder right into a handstand. That's how you want to do it. Here goes his dismount. Crank in the bar. Double layout. Very unconventional dismount you see on high bar.
You usually say half in, half out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those double layouts are almost harder to stick than the half in, half outs, even though they're worth less. You don't see the ground on your way down.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to see the ground. If you see the ground, there's no excuse not to stick. So I don't blame Alex for not sticking that. But any half in, half outs there, you got to stick them, man. You're looking at the ground the whole time.
I bet Kyle Abe is going to stick his dismount.
He better, or else it's Caster's curse. Here it goes. Yamawaki. So, Capri, what's different about the high bar squad now than it was when you were on team? Because right now, we're seeing Cal go out there, and they have a pretty good mix of releases and one arms. You can see Kyle, he just did a talk, and now he's going to gear up for another jam. Both of them very, very close to handstand, very small deductions. So what's different now?
Well, back in when I was there, we had big release guys like Kevin Wolting.
Triple,
and
whoa.
we had
Nice triple
Jordan
back.
Alexandrov, who's well-rounded. Just a mix. It's going to always be a mix in the high bar lineup, just like how right now. But we didn't have any triple backs, so this is exciting to see.
Yeah, that was crazy. That triple back. I always forget that he does that. I know he does it on floor.
You called him the triple man the moment we started the stream today.
Well, yeah, but I always think about him doing it in JO. On high bar, it's a big dismount, very difficult dismount.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same as doing a triple back on floor.
No, it's not. I mean, triple back on floor compared to off a high bar. I mean, you're punching off the floor. You're letting go of the high bar.
Yeah. Have fun with the rest of me. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Here we're going to be taking a look at Ian Creelman. So he just went out there and stuck his vault. He had a pretty good P-bar set. He was a leadoff scorer. And here he is on the high bar. So how's Ian on high bar?
Ian's one of those very, very aggressive high bar swingers. I mean, he gives 150% on every giant, every release, and every handstand. So he goes all or nothing pretty much. And
I mean, you just saw he just went 100% on that talk.
Yeah, going for the handstand so much so that he popped out a little bit early.
Yeah, so Capri, is that a 5/10 or a whole point deduction coming out on the wrong side but staying on the bar?
It's only the change of direction is only 3/10.
Oh, all right. So not too bad for Ian. I thought it was actually a whole point deduction. So
No, he just might not get credit for the skill, but
yeah, it ends up being a decent swing though, because you miss the skill and then you also have deductions trying to regrip and coming around the other way. So besides that, it was a strong routine and a good finish, but it's a shame for that slightly early talk.
yeah, it looks like he had some chalk in his eye when he came off the bar.
Yeah, he quickly put his arm up.
But he still stuck the dismount. Just proof you don't even have to be looking at the ground to stick that half and half out. You just feel it, man. We've all done the half and half out laid outs off high bar. You feel that little shoulder pull, the shoulder pull to the end, that last doop. And it's a stick right there. Bangers, brother.
Cal's had 3 sticks so far.
Yeah, 3
That's
sticks
a
for
lot
Cal.
of sticks on high bar.
Cal goes out there and they stick all their landings literally every week. Cal was like literally known for sticking all their high bar dismounts.
yeah, that's the same since my days too. High bar landings. Oh no, that's a fall.
All right, so there we go. Now we both are at 1 false apiece on the high bar. So now it's really about to get interesting.
Yeah, it's going to even the scores right out. But
Yeah, it's definitely.
got to see how he finishes his routine up, though.
So this is Yu Chen or Miles Lee. Half and half out. Big.
That's exactly how you want to finish your routine after a small blunder. I mean, he didn't have any more deduction on anything after he fell, and then he stuck his dismount.
Yeah. That's exactly how you want it to be. Finish the routine strong, no matter what. Fight to the end.
Yeah, because watch, that score's probably going to end up counting.
Because the truth is, right now, Cal is running away with it ever so slightly, just due to Sam Lee's 10.8 because they haven't counted anything. But if Yu Chen would have had a little bit of a meltdown right there, this score could be looking very different. If he had put up a meltdown score, a 9, a 10, even like a little bit of a low 11 is slightly of a meltdown for certain people. This meet would definitely be in favor of William Mary currently.
Well, a big thing to remember, too, is Sam Lee was their second guy up, right? So he doesn't have a huge routine. So them losing that routine isn't the biggest deal in the world. He's early in the lineup. For Cal, losing Yu Chen Lee that late in the lineup, somebody that brings so much value to their score, that can be a lot worse. But it looks like that score will count, actually. Yu Chen's score will count. He beat out the lowest score from Cal. So even with the fall, that's why the rest of your routine is so important.
Yeah. So here goes that banger set that we see from Andrew Lebowski.
Gotta put it on the bar.
He
Nice.
got to put everything on the bar.
Another one?
That was
2?
early.
There we go.
Dang.
Nice. And it's nice to see those giants out of the releases with straight arms, because that could be a big deduction after a release.
That's
Bend
what
your
guys
arms to
usually
get over.
murdered.
Yeah, that was a really nice quas right there.
Man, that Kovac Coleman sequence was beautiful.
A little low on the jam there, but great quast.
He's going out there and kind of rocking it, not gonna lie, man. Andrew Lebowski's putting the team on his back. He's giving his team one last final chance.
Oh, and this.
Oh,
Wow, that's a good set.
Let's see how this turns out.
that's what they needed.
Yeah. Whoa.
All right, now let's see how this turns out. This is going to be absolutely insane.
They're dropping a 10-8 for whatever that score is. So
Yeah.
ooh.
Huh.
Yeah, quick little score update right now, just going into it. Looking at these last skills. So for William and Mary, they have an 11.85, a 10.8, which will be dropped, a 12.65, a 12.3, and 11.15. And Andrew's score is still waiting. For Cal, they have a 12.15, a 12.4, a 12.75, a 12.2, and 11.25. And now we're looking at Caleb Rickard. So is the senior going to be able to go out there and put it down?
I think you will.
That's
He should have a pretty big set also, the high flying ones.
one. Listen, he has a meltdown, and William Mary's going to take this. If he goes out there and does his job, it's all Cal. They're going to NCAAs. Unorthodox Takachev tap, but bangs out his straight body. Again, another unorthodox straddle.
Beautiful.
Looks like he got done with the hard part of his routine. So now he's just going to be an autopilot right
Going
here.
for angles, yo.
Yeah, no, go for those angles. Put him out. Put William and Mary out if you had the chance, man. It's a senior season. Here he goes, half and half out.
With
Boom!
the stick. Oh my gosh.
All right, this is going to be
Hold on.
interesting.
Cal stuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routines. Almost everybody in their high bar lineup stuck.
Only one that they didn't stick
Was
was
the triple back.
Triple.
Triple
Wow.
back.
And that was
That's
a pretty
okay.
clean landing.
That's pretty good, man. That's I mean, if I'm a coach, that's something you can walk away with and be really happy. Oh, a shout out to Akash in the chat, good friend of the show.
Matt Brown, man. Springfield
Good stuff.
commit.
Oh, Matt Brown's here too?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt. Nice to see you.
Yeah, so it looks like the meet is done, and I'll be just waiting on the scores to come up. I don't want to call anything too early, and I'd rather just everyone to see at the same time that I see. So those scores have not updated yet, so just keep a lookout for that. Andrew Lebowski's score came in at a 13.0, and Caleb Rickard's at a 13.1. We do want to remind you, before you guys leave, that there is a donation link down below, and we also want to say thank you to our guests, Capri and Jacopo.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's been a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun watching such a close meet, too. I mean, got all down to the last routine pretty much.
Yeah. Especially down to the last routine, the last scores, the anchors for both teams. That is absolutely ridiculous. So
Yeah, and to see two great sets to finish off the meet like that and a stick, I mean, that's exactly the kind of edge of your seat meet. I mean, I've been jittering all day.
Yeah, so event overview is coming up right now, and it appears that Cal has taken the W by 3 points.
It was a good meet.
Good meet, yeah.
It was a good meet.
That is the best possible case scenario. I'm happy for I'm sad for William Mary, and I'm happy for Cal, but if it would have went the other way, I'd have been vice versa. It's always good to see when the better team comes out on top, and I think that is the case that what just happened. There was no major errors that weren't replicated on the other side by both teams, and that's what gymnastics is about. The best team ended up winning that day, and today it's Cal. Maybe next year it's going to be William Mary, but
I mean, that's what we had talked about at the beginning of the show too, right? Like, it really came down with these two teams about who was going to execute better today, and Cal had the better day.
it's a shame, man. It is a shame for Jacopo. His face is on this thing talking, but it's all right. Do you guys want to say anything before before all the viewers get out of here, and anything you guys want to shout out?
I'd like to shout out the William Mary team. I mean, despite the close loss today, it showed a lot of heart pushing through to the end. Andrew hitting such a great set at the end, and they got lots of meets left in the season. Really trying to put together that 4 team scores for the national qualifying average, and so far so good. Keep it up.
Yeah. So
For the Cal guys, if they are going to watch this, I'm proud to see this as an alumni. You guys fought well. I'm glad that you guys didn't give up till the end. There's definitely stuff to work on, but um, I wish you guys the best.
yep. So that's gonna be it for right now. I will flash the donation link one more time just so that you guys have an opportunity to donate if you guys do choose so, because I know the Venmo link is here and then it's there for a second. So for you guys, that could stay on the screen for right now as you guys could listen to the event overview. But we want to thank you guys for coming out to the live stream. It was a really good time. Definitely thank you to Capri and Jacopo. And we want to remind you guys for some of the questions that we weren't able to answer, such as in-person meets and some of the current states of the team, do not shy away from DMing some of these collegiate gymnasts. All of them, almost all of them, will respond, and that is almost a better way of getting information than us because you're hearing it directly from the source.
Yeah.
Unless you're hearing Penn State information, then me and Isaac, we're right there, right next to the source.
Speaking of Penn State, we get to cast Penn State versus Navy this weekend on, I believe, Saturday. So if you're a Navy fan or you love gymnastics or you're a Penn State fan, be there for us. The reason I'm not commentating today, I have a concussion currently. It's why I'm a little bit softer toned. But I should be good to go by Saturday. And on Saturday, we're going to have a full revamp. I've been working on a bunch of new stuff to put out. We have new designs, new transitions, new logo, new everything. I've been working with a designer for the last couple of weeks, and he's done an amazing job. And we're going to finally get to kind of introduce all that. We wanted to introduce it today, but like I said, I am suffering from a concussion right now. Miss Rickard, thank you very much. We work really hard, and thank you so much that you're enjoying it. Go Bears, absolutely. Caleb is a great person, and we love having the opportunities to talk to him.
All right. Well, if that's it, we could leave the stream on for a couple minutes and leave the event overview and maybe play some music.
Yeah, we could do that.
And definitely say bye to our two guests, Capri and Jacopo. So thank you guys for coming
Thank
out.
you again.
We do really appreciate it. And thank you guys. Go Bears, clearly.
Go Bears.
They put it on.
And
Thank you
go
for
Tribe.
having us. Yeah, and congratulations to the Bears for the big dub today.
Go Tribe as well. They clearly got some really good things going on. So, see you guys another time.
Yeah, thanks,
See you.
Jacopo. Thanks, Capri.
Bye.
Appreciate it, guys.
When I see you, my heart goes. I could say it out loud. I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my